Because gold is so malleable, it was easily fashioned into jewelry.
Well, the reason I decided to sell my gold is, frankly, I needed the cash.
Gold all in my ring, gold all in my watch.
Adornments, and gold flake which emblazoned entire palaces.
Don't believe me, just watch.
Pharaohs would attempt to take their treasure with them to the afterlife.
I had little pieces of scrap gold. I had some old gold teeth. A lot of people just didn't want it. They wanted coins or they wanted jewelry. They were willing to buy everything that I had here. Walking out with cash in hand is the greatest feeling in the world.
King Tutankhamun was entombed in a solid gold sarcophagus which weighed over 240 pounds. The quest for gold has been the inspiration for many of mankind's breakthroughs. After Alexander the Great's death in 323 BC and his entire empire fragmented, there was a
I usually advise that a person should only buy so much gold as their level of understanding allows. The dollar is very, very effective at providing us with a means of comparing the costs of hundreds of items, and that is one of the reasons why it is such an effective device for facilitating trade. But in our minds, at least in the Western world, we have come to confuse the dollar itself with the tangible items that it can buy in the present.
This prototype, which will never be made into a real car, was built in Germany by Robert Wilhelm Gulpen, who has been creating luxury car models from solid precious metals for the past 12 years. Quality of craftsmanship, precision, individuality, and value are the trademarks of the vehicle currently on display in the UAE.
Mr. Gold Bar and Keyboard Stern, your diamond dealer for 35 years, will pay up to 5 times what you paid for your diamonds, and the most for your jewelry as well. We have cash, millions of dollars just waiting for you. Buying event, 4 days only, this week, Wednesday through Saturday.
Good morning, Manny. So you're ready to pay for the mortgage? Well, there now. It's all paid up. But the price has gone up to a full pot of gold.
10 till 6, 16167, Biscayne Boulevard, just south of Aventura. I promise you will not be disappointed.
Hello, today I'm going to show you how to test for 10 and 14 karat gold. I've already got this separated, but this is the first thing you're going to do when someone says, I want to sell you my gold. Take their gold and set it out. And run a magnet. The magnet will pick up the springs in the class.
Quel port glorieux! Où voit-on des dieux qui soient faits de même?
Oh, there's only one thing better than owning a vault full of cold hard cash, and that's swimming in it. I love to dive around in it like a porpoise, and burrow through it like a gopher, and toss it up and let it hit me on the head.
You and your family are going broke right now, and you don't even know it. When the gold standard was set in place, the price of gold remained a constant $20.65 per ounce, and this price fluctuated only 1 penny over the years 1833 to 1890.
You see, gold is a compact and non-perishable form of wealth. Over long periods of time, it tends to maintain its value relative to other goods and services. It even tends to appreciate a little bit on average each year. When the price of gold changes in terms of the number of unpayable debt units that it can buy, it is generally because the price of everything else is changing along with it. If the price drops, it's an indication that real wealth of all forms is easier to obtain in return for your labor. If the price climbs, it's an indication that real wealth is harder to obtain. The gold that you have already purchased, regardless of the quoted price, can generally still buy what it could in the past, assuming that you didn't buy on price strength, which is generally a losing strategy. So put yourself back in the position of the person who has all of the wealth needed for retirement in the form of gold, which can be traded for consumption goods. Do you care what the quoted price is in terms of unpayable units of debt, so long as you can still buy what you need when you need it? Maybe you do, but the change in price won't hurt you. Now take a moment and put yourself in another position. Instead of accumulating gold, let's say you decided to accumulate U.S. Treasury bonds, as you are instructed to do, which are really just debt-denominated instruments that are denominated in more unpayable debt. How secure do you feel when you see the price of goods that you need to buy fluctuate by 20 to 30%, with a gradual and persistent general tendency to go up in price?